infinity to that song? I feel like I'm on Andy Cohen right now.
Have to drink for this one. We got a special versus battle. Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears. Who is the true pop princess? Hey, I'm here every Thursday night. Margaritas with Marcus, 9 p.m.
Show for you tonight. We've got our versus battle. We got two Lady Gaga fans who are going to compete to become the ultimate little monster. We got the Comedy Central roast champion, Frank Castillo, here. He's joining us, and he's going to tell us exactly how it is to be an up-and-coming Latino comedian that is with the best of them. So you know what? Let's jump right into meeting our super fans. So our first super fan is from Chicago. His name is Omar, and he's coming in 3, 2. What's up, Omar? Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hey.
So Omar, what makes you a little monster? What makes you the ultimate Lady Gaga super fan?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I've been a fan since about 2007, 2008, before she came out, before she blew up. I've traveled across country to go see her, a couple shows here and there. And yeah, I mean, what else?
All right, so you know what? Let's see if you really are a little monster super fan with the trivia tonight. We're going to wait for our other little monster while he loads up. So hit backstage, and we'll be back with you in a little bit. So while our little monster gets himself together, we're going to meet Frank. But before we meet Frank, I want to show you exactly what this guy's capable of. Here's a scene from one of his classic roasts that's definitely going to keep you laughing.
That's roast!
Frank, I'm not surprised you beat Joe. I figured a Mexican would be able to pick off a fruit.
Matt's a big fan of One Tree Hill. Not the show, but the place where his family used to hang black people.
Hey, I mean, it does not get better than that. He grew up in San Jose, California, and he was interested in comedy from a young age. And you know what? He worked his way up, and now you can catch him on many podcasts, which we're about to hear about now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Frank in 3, 2, 1. Frank, what is up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you. Hello.
Good. Cheers, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I made sure to open up a nice Pinot for tonight.
Nice. Well, thank you. So, Frank, for everyone that doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became interested in comedy.
I'm from East Side San Jose in the Bay Area, and my father is one of the big guys that kind of got me into comedy. He would watch a lot of like Howard Stern and Mitch Hedberg, and he just always comedy was just kind of always around. Like he was always a fan of it. And it wasn't until I was like I think 17, 18 that I realized you could do it for a living. But like my 13s and teen years, I was like really into SNL and like watching, like listening to albums and stuff of comedy.
Who were you listening to? Who were some of the people on SNL that you were really captivated and inspiring you?
I really dug all the Weekend Updates. Like Weekend Update was like the thing that stood out the most to me, because I was like, I like writing and stuff, but I think if I had to pick a job that I would like work a 9 to 5 constantly be doing, it'd be doing a Weekend Update kind of deal. That was like always my favorite kind of style, just that, that
humor. Like on
those one-line things.
So,
that's what I really, really was attracted to.
So you worked the door at the Comedy Store. How was that? Like, what weird experiences? Like, what fun adventures did you have while you were working there?
I mean, one of my favorite stories is it was like 8 o'clock one day, and a customer came up to me and was like, "There's something going on in the bathroom," and I was like, "All right." And then like I walked in and I could hear two people fucking in the bathroom at like 8 p.m. at night, and I was just kind of like, "Well, I'm not going to be the one to go and break that up," so I had to like stay outside. And people that kept using the restroom was like, "There's two people fucking," and I was like, "I'm not gonna."
Let them fuck?
I mean, I wasn't gonna like break in and be like, "Hey, knock it out," because it was like they sounded like they were having fun, so I didn't want to. It was a very weird position for me to be in. I was just like, I don't get paid enough to do this. We didn't have security at the time, so they finished up, and I was like, "You guys gotta leave," because it was just so weird. But like, I remember a lady right before she came up to me, she had like walked in and was like, "Ah," and like walked out, and I was like, "What the fuck was that about?" People get wild.
And this is in LA, so the people are definitely a lot more interesting.
Yeah, man, there was like hot, attractive people. I was like, man, these people are wild. That's ugly people don't fuck in bathrooms. That's like a hot person activity.
So where do ugly people fuck?
Oh, in caves, far away from people, so no one could see.
So you know what? I watched so many of your roasts, and you are like a roasting like God. Like there's few people that I would be scared of like going into a roast battle, and you, my friend, are like one of them. Where do you get like the inspiration to like roast them? Because you get like nasty. Like where do you pull that out of?
Definitely my mom. My mom and my dad both are just ball busters. My whole family kind of is just like a very roasty kind of family. Like it was. I come from a big family, so it was like you almost had to do whatever you could to like kind of get the attention in the family because there's just so many of us. And I don't know, man. It was just like my mom was just she was able to look at you and just level you at every step, and it was just I don't know, it was just fun to watch.
So speaking of your family, you're Mexican American. So how do you implement? Because one of my favorite sketches of yours is when you actually talk about your family and growing up Mexican and dating white women. So how do you put your heritage into your comedy?
Well, it's I think my comedy is always just kind of like there's so many people like me because I'm Spanish, but like my grandparents are immigrants. Like my dad and my mom's side of the family is I think second generation American, my dad's third generation. So I just kind of, I just felt like that's something that needs to be said. And it was very important. It's also just very real to me. It's like my point of view in my life. So whenever I would talk about it and joke about it, I noticed there was a lot of people, a lot of comics, and just a lot of audience members that like resonated with me because they were just like, yo, I'm also Mexican. I also don't speak any Spanish. And like my family always makes fun of me for it. You know what I mean? And I realized that I feel like my kind of the way I am, like there's a lot of me. Like this is the next generation of Latinos is those people that have only known what America is and their closest relation to like, the old countries through their grandparents and stuff.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I love that resonates like why I love you, because it's like your jokes, like only like certain people that grew up that way would really get it. Like, because your parents not knowing English and having to like call and like do the bills for them or like, things like that, we really understand that and we get that. That's why it's so fun because there's not a lot of comics out there that like are Latino American that actually are giving those type of jokes. You know what I mean? Like the standard comedian is like, your standard white guy, your standard dorky white girl. So it's really cool that you're like out there breaking the mold and really showing them, we got funny jokes too,
Yeah, anytime I've done stand-up in like, Trump country or anything, it's always very interesting because I've always had people come up to me and they're always just like, you're not like any of the Mexicans I've ever met. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, we're not a stereotype. It's not like a certain kind. It's like there's so many different flavors and varieties, bro. So like it's so funny too because you could kind of see the change happening in their heads, where like people will meet me and they're like, holy shit, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, man, we're fucking just regular ass people, dog.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Now, in your career so far, which is like totally flourishing and like going so wild, congratulations. Who have you met so far that like you've met and you've been like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm sharing the stage with this person right now?
I mean, anytime I'm talking to Rogan, I'm absolutely just like, I mean, I'm such a fan of comedy too that like anytime I talk to these people, in the back of my head, I'm just like, yo, dog, you're hanging out with these dudes, and it's, you know, it takes a lot for it not to like blow my mind every time, but I'm really appreciative and grateful for all the people that I've met and the guys that have given me advice and taken me under their wing, because like, it's a dream come true, you know, just to be able to shoot the shit with Rogan about comedy. And then also be able to like open up for Jeselnik and just to be around these greats, you know, and it's just a good feeling. It's cool, man. If I had to go back in time and tell the younger version of myself all the stuff that I've accomplished, I would have been like, oh, you're crazy and delusional, you know. But it's just, you know, it's just the work ethic, you know. I just like kept my head down and I kept writing, kept getting better, and now it just kind of feels like it's all coming together.
So you've gotten a lot of advice from a lot of amazing, like talented people that have made it. What would you give up to up and coming comedians that are on your road, that are on your path? Like, what can they do to be where you're at?
So for me, it's like there's a lot of different paths. For me, it's like I love stand-up. I'm a purist. I love stand-up. I'm gonna be doing stand-up till the day I die. Writing jobs are fun and stuff, but you know, one of the things that I was told when almost getting writing jobs is that those are very comfortable because the money's extremely nice, and then sometimes before you know it, it's 30 years and you've just been a writer your whole life and you've got great money, great setup and stuff, but it's like some of them are just unsatisfied because, you know, stand-up's what I really love to do. So it's like sometimes you take jobs because you're like, I need to make money instead of like what's being happy, you know. So so happiness is what I've been told to prioritize the most. Another thing, the money will come, you know. So it's like, don't stress about that. Be a stand-up that writes. Don't be a writer that does stand-up. Is something that was told to me.
Can you break that down for everybody out there?
So it's like, for me, it's like I love stand-up. So I want to be a stand-up that writes a lot, you know. You see a lot of writers that do stand-up and you're just like, oh, you're a really good writer,
but you're not
or it's like you're just not a stand-up, you know what I mean? Like your heart isn't fully into stand-up, it's definitely into writing. And I'm not like knocking great writers for TV shows, like I can't do that shit, like that's great, you know, but it's just knowing what you want to do, you know. The other thing, so prioritizing happiness, because my friend that told me this was like, I've seen too many like mad rich people, you know what I mean? Like sad rich people. So it's just kind of like being happy is the most important thing.
So speaking of being happy, when you roast some people, has anyone gotten so upset where they're like gonna beat your ass or something?
No. In roast battle, it's usually like we agree and they're always like friends and stuff. The closest I've ever got my ass beat was like on stage and like talking, like cracking jokes. And it's so funny because like roasting people, I've roasted audience members, and when I roast an audience member, I'm not trying to like make someone feel bad or like alienate or stuff. Like I'm trying to like have fun and like, you know, keep it light. So like that's different, you know. Like I remember, and I pride myself in that. I love that. Like if there's someone heckling me, I love it. That's my fucking shit. I fucking can't wait. You know what I mean? I was in San Francisco, and there was an old man who was just, this is a white old guy. You could tell he was just like, you know, had money and stuff. And he was from San Francisco. He was just talking during everyone's set. And I knew he was going to talk during mine. So I just had something ready. And I'm doing my set, and he shouts something, and I'm like, what'd you say? And he shouts it again. I go, sir, you don't have to shout. I'm not on your lawn. And everyone just was like, whoa, because no one had said anything to him the whole fucking show. And then it was just like, well, I'm just going to plant my feet and then say some shit. And then it was just kind of like, all right. And then I went back to my jokes. And it was funny because he wasn't expecting it. So then when he said something else again, I was just like, sir, I was like, you know, I was like, I could keep doing this, or I can just keep going with the jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like hit you with something and then like someone's got to hit your life alert. And the ambulance got to come, and then we got to put you on a gurney, and those stairs are big.
The whole show's over. You got to give
it was just like, but it just kept getting funny because it was just like, yeah, I know how to talk to people. You know, I'm great at talking to people. But the only person I ever wanted to like beat my ass was it was around the time they were deporting a lot of Mexicans, and I had a joke that I was like, you know, I'm American, I pay taxes too. And if I'm going to pay taxes and they're going to deport people that look like me, let me pay more taxes and let me get to pick who I want to deport. I was like, because, you know, I'll work hard to deport a white family. I was like, because, you know, I was like, if you're looking at the kinds of people, you know, like black people, it's not that expensive to deport. Mexicans, it's even cheaper. You know what I mean? But like white families, to deport a white family, you got to work like 3 jobs. Like, you really got to like work hard to deport these people. And so the whole joke was me deporting white people. And this dude and his whole family got so fucking mad. They like stood up in the middle of the show and were like screaming at me. Like they were like, you know, they thought I was a black guy, which was hilarious because I was talking about being Mexican the whole time. And they were just like, well, maybe you guys should have fought harder and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? And he was like, we gave you guys freedom. I was like, what are you talking about? You know? And then like, it was, dude, I like pissed this dude off. Like his whole family wanted to fight me. It was great. Like I was like dude, I was so happy. Like, it's so weird when people want to like beat me up because of jokes, because I'm the worst person to want to fight because when I'm in danger and like danger, I just laugh. I don't know why. I just laugh and I think it's funny. And it's like it just upsets them. Yeah, it just upsets them even more. So like, you know, the guy was like his whole family got kicked out of the show and they're like in the lobby and he's like screaming at the guy that was before me. He was like, I didn't come out here to listen to about fucking this dude talk about deporting hardworking Americans. And I was like, it was a fictional family. They weren't real. Like I made it up. Yeah, I was like, bro, there's actual people getting deported, you know? And I was like, but you're more concerned with the fake family I made up. It was just so funny.
But that's how it was that fake, like outright, like injustice shit, you know?
Dude, it made me laugh so hard. I told my dad about it and he was like, I'm so proud of you. He was like, anytime someone wants to fight me after a show, my dad's like, I'm so happy. He's like, I'm so proud of you.
How are your parents feeling about this? About their son like breaking in and like doing the damn thing?
My mom is scared, absolutely terrified, because she doesn't want me to be famous. She doesn't want me to be successful. She just wants me to live like a normal life. And like,
scared,
you know what I mean? Yeah, of course. You know, I have a great voicemail of her calling me after she found out I was going to be on TV and roasting. The first person I ever roasted on TV was a kid in a wheelchair. His name was Greg Roquet, one of the funniest comics I know. Super cool dude. But she was like convinced it was going to ruin my career and just all these things. And we had a really good battle, really good jokes. And now she's like excited. You know, she got to meet Snoop Dogg. She's like gotten to meet like a lot of great comics and a great like dope celebrities she's looked up to. So she's like, now she's really on board. My dad, he's been on board since day one. He like cries all the time. He's so proud. He watched the Showtime doc and like told everybody.
Right? Like, I totally same thing. Like they're so macho, but like when like they actually see us doing something, they break down in tears.
Bro, he's like, oh, dude, it is, bro. It's so great. I love it. He's just really proud.
So I'm reading the comments here, and my shady fans who I adore so much are asking you to roast me. So.
Oh, you? No. What? How am I gonna roast a more attractive version of myself? What are you talking about? Yeah, like you look like me if I work
Cuban
hard.
version. I'm the Cuban version. You're the Mexican version. That's all.
Yeah. No, I can't make fun of you. Look at that shirt. You look so beautiful. You know, you look like my grandmother's couch. This is like you're just like a very. Also, you have all the cool like comic book stuff in the back. I fucking dig that so much.
Yeah, like I was like that little kid that was like go to like the store and like get all like the Marvel cards and like be like trading them, but get the pack that had all the same fucking cards in them. I'd be damn, I'm gonna wait till next week now to get some cards. So.
I was super into comic books when I was growing up in San Jose. There was a comic book shop in Eastside San Jose called Space Cat Comics. It was off of Capitol Expressway and I think McKee, I think. And I think that comic book shop is one of the main reasons that I didn't get into any trouble as a kid. All my cousins were they're kind of going off and doing like dumb shit just because, you know, it was Eastside San Jose. And there was just something about going to a comic book shop every day and like being surrounded by comics and playing Magic the Gathering and all these cards that I just think it kept me out of trouble.
That's awesome, man. So what is up next on your calendar? Where can we see? Are you going on tour? What's your next special? Like, where can we support you? Like, we need to support you. We have your Instagram in the bottom. We're going to get all your social media. Like, what can we do to support you? Let us know.
Well, Absolutely. Let's see. I'm gonna be spreading Corona at a few places. No, I'm doing all my comedy at the Comedy Store right now, behind the glass door or behind the glass window, and then I'm usually there every day when I can be, and then I'm doing shows here and there, but I'm mostly focusing on my podcast, Buddies. It's me and my boy JP. He's the youngest buyer.
What's the podcast address, just so everyone can know?
Oh,
and
it's,
I can
Buddies. It's at Buddies Podcast. Yeah.
Got
yeah,
you.
we're on iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM. If you like smoking weed, definitely check us out. We like interview a lot of comics, a lot of people in the weed industry. You know, we're big advocates about like the legalization and decriminalization of marijuana, so we try to cover a lot of that stuff. We talk about like stories and stuff, you know, because a lot of the stuff that's happening in the traditional market, you know, people call it the black market. I call it the traditional market because that's like how you bought weed back in the day. You know what I mean? Like everyone was buying illegal weed as it was. But even in the legal market, there's still like a lot of shady stuff that's happening. And, you know, not a lot of people know what or where they're getting their weed from. And I think that's very important, you know.
And there every week, what day can we catch a new episode?
Every Sunday, 4:20, we release a new episode. We also have a Patreon, Buddies Podcast, 4:20 to join. We literally just upload all the episodes whenever we record them. You just get them early, and then we're going to start doing some other shows on our Patreon. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun, man. We had Felipe Esparza, we had Josh Wolf. Next week, we have Chris Riggins. He's a comic from San Francisco, and Jerobi from Tribe Called Quest. So it's going to be really, really fun.
Okay, booking agent. I see you.
Well,
I
it's
see
so
you,
funny.
booking agent.
It's so funny because, you know, working at the store and as a comic and just traveling and touring, everyone knows me like in the comedy scene because they know I'm just a young, hardworking guy that's like established himself. So now that I have this podcast and it's like, you know, at the store we go in sacred ground and that's like where everyone smokes weed in the back and just has fun conversations. I wanted to keep that vibe for this podcast. So that's kind of what it is. All of us just hanging out, smoking weed, really talking and just having fun and, you know, telling some stories.
Awesome, man. Well, Frank, I thank you so much for like coming on the show and hanging out with me and having some drinks and, you know,
my pleasure.
putting your positive energy and like your vibe because you're like amazing. So thank you so much.
I try, man. I try. You're amazing too. I'm also a big Lady Gaga fan. My wife is a huge Lady Gaga fan.
Well, you two need to stick around because we have two super fans that both say that they're the biggest little monsters ever. And we're going to give them some tough trivia questions and we're going to see who's the real little monster.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll check it out.
So thank you so much for being on the show. I'm definitely going to check out the podcast and you guys should too. I'll be putting up all his info in the comments and watch the streamer as well because I've got his Instagram on there. Frank, thank you for doing what you're doing for the Latino community and for the comedy community because you rock, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
You.
Have a go.
Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure.
Hey, that funny man is so hilarious. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Make sure to listen to his podcast. And I am so thankful that he did not roast me. Thank you, Jesus, because I know he was going to lay my ass out. So you know what? We met Omar, our first super fan, but we've got Coleman, and we're about to meet him, and we're going to see why he is the biggest Lady Gaga fan. But first, I had a Facebook debate today. Who had the best theme song? Was it? And they were all Disney Channel shows, by the way. The winner was Tiny Toon Adventures. But the true controversy was Darkwing Duck should have been nominated to win. So the question of the night, Darkwing Duck versus Tailspin. Who had the best theme song? I want to see in the comments. But first, we're going to see Coleman, our Lady Gaga super fan, in 3, 2, 1. What's up, Coleman? Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So are you coming direct from the manor? Because I'm loving that backdrop.
Well, I always like to say that I'm not an islander. I live right across the river in Oakland Park. So, you know, I don't want anyone coming at me. You don't live in Wilton. Okay, well, I'm on the drive all the time. So
Yes, you are. And we appreciate you for that. So, what makes you a Lady Gaga super fan, Coleman?
What makes me a Lady Gaga super fan? Well, you know what? When I think of Lady Gaga, Marcus, I go back to the bus and in late middle school, early high school, and I was jamming out to my best friend, and it was all about the Fame, right? That's where it all started. And
1999.
yeah, and I of course loved the songs that were on the album. And then my friend was turning me on to all these other songs that was on the album, and she was like, "Coleman, there's so much more. Why do you keep listening to that same song on repeat?" And it just grew from there. I was dying for the next album. Art Pop came out, and when Art Pop came out, I knew that I was different than the rest because everyone was like, "Oh, that's not good. It's not artistic. She's lost it, blah, blah, blah." But I'm over here like, what? Like, this album is bomb. I had that album on repeat. It wasn't a song. It was the whole album. So that's when I knew that I was a super fan. And then I'm not really a football fan, but I am a kickball fan. I am. Yes. Go Housewives if you're watching. I know Cal's out there. But then we had the Super Bowl, and that was killer, and that was Rockstar. That was it was so much. It was everything that you would expect of Gaga. So many different elements. She turned on an audience, and also a different audience that she's not really known for, of course, entertaining. I'm sure they love Gaga, but maybe not like I. But so, you know what, though? Last thing I want to add here, Marcus, I'm really glad you asked a really good question. Between the Fame, between Art Pop, the Super Bowl, and when I listened to her sing Sound of Music,
At the Oscars. Okay.
That was it. That sold it for me.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. You seem to prove that you were a real fan. So here we go. We're going to bring our other super fan on, Omar, and we're about to jump in and let's get into our battle. So while Omar is on, Omar, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, Omar. So here we are, Margaritas with Marcus. We got two super fans. Can you guys see each other and hear each other?
I can.
Yes.
Well, say hi to each other. Come on, you're Gaga fans.
Hi.
Hi, little monster.
Hi, little monster.
Omar, my little monster, can you flip your phone over? Oh, yes, there we go. Beautiful. Yes. So you know what? The way it works is simple, everybody. Our Super Battle fan, we've got two fans, and they're entering the ring. We've got 6 questions. Whichever super fan answers the most questions is the super fan of the week. If they miss a question, well, they're going to have to take a shot. So you know what? Drinks up, little monsters. And may the best super fan knock it out the ring. Here we go. Question number 1. And I'd like to thank superfan Marsha for our Lady Gaga questions tonight. Marsha, the show loves you. Here we go. Question number 1. Beep boop beep 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 beep. Boop boop pop 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 pop. Beep boop beep 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 beep. That were my sound effects, guys. How many studio albums has Lady Gaga released? Listen to the question. How many studio albums has Lady Gaga released? How many studio albums has Lady Gaga released? Write your answers down. Hey, no lie, the Jeopardy theme bops. Like, that should be rocking.
It's hot.
Answers up. Show your answers, guys.
What is 5?
All right, Coleman, we've got 5 and we've got 8 from Omar. The correct answer is, well, you both are wrong. It's 6.
Lies.
Oh, that was my second
And you know
guess.
why? You have to count the soundtrack because it was released also from the studio. So the answer is 6, so you both take a shot.
Technicality. I call technicality.
I call the show called Margaritas with
I call
Marcus.
technicality
Take your
too.
shot.
I call technicality. The super fans are
Call
coming.
shot. Cheers. Take your shot, guys.
Cheers.
With the cheers? Cheers.
All right. Question 2. What is Lady Gaga's highest selling album? What is Lady Gaga's highest selling album? Good luck, little monsters. Don't let your mother monster down. What you want with my body? Ooh. Okay, don't show it yet. You're right. But don't show it, damn. All right. Let's see those answers, little monsters. The remix. Okay. And the Fame Monster. Coleman, you take a shot. And Omar, you're on the scoreboard, baby.
Ow. Ow.
I like
I'm
that.
coming. I'm coming for you, girl.
Coleman, stop making up answers. She ain't got no damn album called The Remix, motherfucker.
She does. She does.
I know. I didn't know. All right, so question number 3. Omar, you're in the lead. Let's see what's going on. Here's our question, courtesy of Marsha. Here we go. How many singles has Lady Gaga have entered on the top 10? So how many singles does she have in the top 10?
All of them.
Now that's
I'm
allowed.
sorry. Can you ask the question again?
Yes. So Lady Gaga's had how many singles reach the top 10? So whether it was between 10 or 1, Lady Gaga had how many singles reach the top 10?
Okay.
Well, that's not the Jeopardy thing. This one is. Come on, guys. I need an answer soon.
Now?
All right, let's see those answers. Okay, 5. Omar? 6. All right. Well, you know what? I'm proud of you guys because as of March 2020, she's had 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So guess what, guys? You're both taking some shots. I'm getting a refill. And you know what? Lady Gaga is having a bad romance because y'all fucking up with her right now. So you know what? We're going to take it an easy one. Y'all need some points. What is
Where
Lady
are the lyrics?
Gaga's name?
I'm sorry, say again.
What is Lady Gaga's real name?
Oh, girl.
Spelling counts. I'm just kidding.
Yep. I have poor penmanship.
It's okay. I'm not grading on penmanship. I'm grading on answers. All right. All Stephanie. Okay. Omar. I just see a finger. Okay. Damn, Stephanie and Germani. Okay, you get an extra point for that,
Let me pronounce
motherfucker.
it for you correctly. It's Stephanie, Angelina, Joanne, Germanata.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Give me just one reason. Oh, Joanne, love that album. So you know what?
I bet you do.
Omar's 3, Cole, you got 1. It is still anybody's game. So you know what? Coleman, I believe in you, my friend. I believe in you, my brother. Here we go. We're jumping in to question 4. What movie did Lady Gaga receive an Oscar nomination for? What movie did Lady Gaga receive an Oscar nomination for? Good luck. You guys better both get this fucking right or the contest is over. And Twyla, yes, I do love that album. And I was trying to find the hat. Omar has it. I remember your Joanne phase. I went to Chicago during that phase. All right.
This show is giving me an anxiety attack.
Well, get your asthma pump. Oh, no. Take your pill. And what's your answer, Coleman? Yes! Thank you, Jesus. They got it right. All right. We're moving on with the competition and to our next question. Here we go. What year was the VMA show where Lady Gaga wore the infamous meat dress? What VMAs was it where Lady Gaga wore the infamous meat dress? And this is for the game point. Good luck.
He is Googling.
Okay, no Googling.
Googling?
He was just riding his grandma back.
I can see the reflection of his lenses.
I have screens all around me. That's my Alexa.
No help from her.
All right, guys, what's your answer? Okay, but what's your answer? We know it's the VMAs.
What year?
What year?
Oh.
Because remember, the question was what VMAs was it?
Okay, 2010.
So we're gonna roll it back. We'll roll it back for you.
Go ahead.
What am I doing?
You're answering the question.
I just told you.
Okay, so your answer is VMAs.
Yeah,
and
2010. 2010.
Oh, where's the 2010 at?
I said that. You didn't hear me?
Okay. Well, guess what, Coleman? You got it right.
Yay! Yes! That's what I was so confused about the entire time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we have our super fan of the night, the winner, and the ultimate little monster fan is Omar. Now, Omar, before we talk to you, we're going to talk to Coleman real quick. So hang tight. We'll be right with you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
Coleman, my friend.
Hello.
Hey, man, you know what? You are still an ultimate Lady Gaga fan. She changed your life. She inspires you. And I've actually heard album cuts with you, and I see your passion when you. So you are a true Lady Gaga fan.
Thank you. Yes, guys.
If you could ever tell Lady Gaga one thing, what would you tell her?
It would be honestly 2 words. Thank you.
For what?
Thank you. She knows. You know what? We can both agree on that, right? She knows. Thank you. Thank you for all of her artwork, her passion. That's what her music is. It's art.
Yeah. Well, Coleman, thank you for being on the show tonight. I had a blast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. I love you. Thanks for being on.
Love you. Bye.
Bye now. All right. You know what we're bringing? We are bringing our super fan of the week, that little monster, the champion, Omar. He's back.
Hello.
What's up, Omar?
Yo, yo.
So, Omar, how's it feel to be the champion of the week?
Just another day.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Omar, if you could tell Lady Gaga anything, what would it be?
It's your fault.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's her fault that I'm this fabulous. No, it's her fault that I live in this delusional state where I am a celebrity. I am an artist already. Because when she first came out in 2008, before she had all her accolades and all, walk yourself around like if you were already a celebrity in the world. And that's kind of how I live my life.
Yeah, you do.
I'm nowhere close to being a celebrity, but I live my life to the fullest and to the fabulousness that I want at all times.
Well, Omar, I thank you, and I actually have seen your lifestyle. You are pretty off the chain and wild, and yeah, you are definitely making Gaga proud. So I do thank you. I have your address, so stay tuned in the mail for the first official Margaritas with Marcus shirt that is coming out. We are debuting them next week, and you will be receiving the first one. And I want to get a picture of it so you can get on the Margaritas with Marcus Hall of Fame. So
Yes,
congratulations,
you so
my friend. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
I appreciate you, buddy.
It was so
And
much
I love
fun.
you. Thank you so much,
Love
man.
you too.
God bless you,
Bye.
buddy.
You too.
Bye now. All right, guys. Well, as much fun as we had tonight, it's time to have our last drink and head home. I had so much fun with you guys tonight. It was definitely a blast. Make sure to join us next week where, guess what? We're going to dig deep into the Princess Diana murder. Because guess what? It's a conspiracy. And I've got the perfect conspiracy theorist that's going to break it down for us. And we've got another Super Battle fan of the week. So thank you so much for being with me tonight, guys. And remember, as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror, that's all that matters. I love you guys. God bless you, and I'll see you next week. Bye now. And don't forget, go vote. Early voting. Vote, vote. I don't care who you're voting for. Make your choice heard. Make your voice heard. Go and vote. I love you guys. See you next Thursday, right here on Margaritas with Marcus.